Hi, I'm Michael with Lazar Scientific, and welcome to Flashpoint Fridays. In this week's video, we're going to be resetting the fire suppression system on a Stanhope Seta PM93. Not all PM93s are equipped with a fire suppression system, but if yours is, this is how you need to reset it. First, we'll set off our fire suppression system. Instead of starting a fire, we're going to just hit our panic button here, and that'll set it off. You hear the servo running, lifting the CO2 cartridge to puncture it, releasing CO2 to extinguish any fire. Alright, now that our CO2 cartridge is empty, we're going to enter the information screen. You'll see up here on the top there will be 3 boxes that will all be red. The top one's for the fire sensor that actually detected the fire. The second one is for the CO2 cartridge being expended, and the third one is the overtemp cutout being tripped to prevent the instrument from heating. Since we did set it off with a panic button, the first thing I'm going to do is reset the panic button by twisting it clockwise. Now the panic button reset, we're going to remove the draft shield in order to replace the fire sensor. Draft shield removed, we'll raise the lid, and using a 1.5mm Allen key, we'll loosen the fire fuse block quarter turn. That'll give us access to remove the fire extinguisher fuse. We'll replace the fire extinguisher fuse with the new fuse. Every time the fire suppression system is set off, you do need to replace this fuse. It just slides in there. There's no left, right, up, or down. The part number for the fire fuse is 35002-001, and it is a pack of 10. With that in place and tightened down, we'll loosen the 2 thumb nuts here in order to take the pod cover off. With those just loose, we don't actually need to remove them. We'll spin the instrument around, and we'll remove the 2 thumb nuts here in the back to remove the pod cover. Alright, with those 2 removed, we'll lift the cover up vertically, making sure to disconnect the ground wire. We can set that to the side. So at this point, we'll remove the cover for the CO2 cartridge. Want to be careful here, as we just set this off, the cartridge is going to be rather cold, so take appropriate precautions. And we want to discard this cartridge. It's a one-time use only, and we want to get a new cartridge. Part number on the cartridge is 35000-003-LSI, and that's also a pack of 10. At this point, we'll inspect the needle on the lid here and make sure it's still sharp and has a good point to it so that it's able to pierce the cartridges. If it's not, you need to contact Lazar Scientific Service and we'll be able to get you a replacement part for this. For installing the cartridge, we actually want to run the servo down in order for it to be in the set position. There's a toggle switch here on the bottom of the instrument, and we'll just hold that down until the servo stops making noise. Just takes a few seconds. Okay, we're done. We'll install our new CO2 cartridge. Now we'll install the CO2 cartridge cover. We want to make sure we screw this all the way down so that the cartridge can be pierced when it's set off the next time. Alright, with that down in place, we can now reinstall the pod cover. We'll start with our ground wire, connecting that to the spade connector inside. Set it down on top, being careful not to pinch any wires or any tubing. That down in place, we'll reinstall our 2 thumb screws here in the back. Spin you back around. Open the pod. We'll re-tighten the 2 thumb screws that we loosened here under the cover. I'll get my draft shield out. We'll reinstall that because we won't be doing any more work under the pod cover. that reinstalled, we're nearly done. So you can see we've eliminated 2 out of the 3 red blocks that allow us to run. We've reset the fire extinguisher now. So the last thing is over temp cutout. I'll spin the analyzer back around. You'll see a small button here in the center, the rear of the instrument. We'll press that. You'll hear the relay reset. Now all 3 boxes for the fire suppression system have been reset and we're ready to run again. Thank you for joining me on another excellent Flashpoint Fridays. Tune in next week for another exciting video. Thank you. Yeah, it ain't getting any better than that.